Why do human people keep falling from the same traps, century after century? We like to believe that history is something that happens outside of us. To governments, to countries, to other people. But the truth is simpler and more uncomfortable. History keeps repeating itself because as humans we don't change. We have the same fears, the same hunger for meaning, the same obsession with power, status, and control. And my fellow human, if you are approaching your 30s and feel lost, you're not failing. You're living a very old story. I want to start this video with an author that I like very much, a Russian author that lived in the midst pre-industrialization of Russia called Dostoevsky. And Dostoevsky understood something that most people avoid. Humans don't suffer because they are weak. They suffer because they are aware. Aware of choice, aware of morality, aware that every decision costs something. And if you read Dostoevsky, you know that his characters are just normal people. They are not villains. They are ordinary people under psychological pressure. The moment status, survival, or recognition enters the room, morality starts negotiating. And it talks about that inner conflict, that voice that says, maybe I should be more right now. I feel like that's not modern anxiety, it's existentialism, and that it's the main focus of almost all its novels, morality versus conscience. To understand this, we need to understand the context that in which he wrote these novels. They were very poor. The people in charge that has ruled for 300 years didn't want to succumb to Western values, to industrialize everything, to remove people from the fields to the fabrics. And that insurged a conflict. With the fall of the Soviet Union, the conflict was not in one person, but in one society. So the fall of the Soviet Union was not just political, it was psychological. Overnight, rules disappeared, identities collapsed, and meaning evaporated. When systems fall apart, people don't get better, they become desperate. And desperation doesn't ask what's right, it asks what works. People began to search for something solid that they can grasp on. And that's when Putin enters. We're gonna see how somebody that has come to fill the void now dictates everything because people don't know what to do. And this power doesn't appear from nowhere. It fills vacuums, it fills spaces. When people are lost, tired, and humiliated, they don't want freedom. They don't want rights, they want certainty. And Putin didn't invent manipulation, he just understood psychology. He offered a story, a narrative, an identity to a country desperate. And humans would trade almost everything for meaning, even their morality. Talking about people desperate for identity, here's where my fourth chapter enters, and we're gonna talk about Anna Delvey, a Russian expat that moved to New York, invented a life for herself, and fooled everyone. Banks, friends, people that she knew, and people she didn't know. Zooming out of geopolitics and zooming in on the West, Anna Delvey didn't build an empire, she built an illusion. She built a delusion of status, access, belonging, shiny things, an identity for herself. And people believed her, not because she was brilliant, but because they wanted to. Same psychology, different scale. The lie isn't the point, the anger is. So when we are entering our 30s and it feels very afraid and uncertainty, it almost feels like a personal collapse. And if you are entering your 30s or you have 30 something, you know what I'm talking about. The life that it promises, it doesn't exist. The timeline that it told us would happen disappears. Because for now, we were supposed to have stability, identity, clarity, and instead we have questions, we have pressure, we have comparison. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You are not behind. You're inside the same psychological struggle that shapes nations, leaders, and scammers. So you can sigh in relief, because what you're going through is completely normal. That longing for meaning, identity, and status, it's totally normal. That fear of insignificance, that desire for something to grasp on, happens to everyone, and it's been happening for centuries. The only difference is that the battlefield is internal. So if you want to take something from this video, I want you to know that history doesn't repeat itself because we are stupid. It repeats because we are humans. But awareness changes everything. When you see the pattern, you stop playing blindly. Because your 30s aren't about winning. They are about choosing consciously. Small decisions, honest self-awareness. That's the real power, and that's already yours.